Salute, salute, salute. The streets are buzzing, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing out here on this fine evening? Are the Knicks going to Motown to put the beat down on the Detroit Pistons? We're here to talk about it, chop it up. Salute to the chat. Salute Knicks Nation. Out here, the streets are buzzing. The Knicks win 140 to 110. 30-point blowout. Handle their business. And plenty of flowers to give out tonight. First night of a back-to-back. As the Knicks head back home for some home cooking. And facing the Milwaukee Bucks. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into it. Salute to the chat. Salute Knicks Nation. Salute Replay Gang out here. And a fun night, sloppy ball game, but it was and one mixtape, pickup ball, high-powered offense, Julius Randle in his bag tonight, just going nuts, going spaz, back and forth. And a short-handed Detroit Pistons, the Knicks handled their business like they needed to do. The starters got some rest towards the end of the game. Back in action. Yeah, salute Will. Appreciate you. Salute chat. But yeah, feeling good out here. Yep, that's it, man. Streets is buzzing. Smash that like button for the New York Knicks. You just got to be happy when the Knicks take care of business. Now, they didn't do anything special. Obviously, the Knicks have had the wood over the Detroit Pistons. What has it been, the last 16 encounters? The Knicks have won against Detroit now. Obi Toppin is undefeated against the Detroit Pistons. He's won the last 8 against the Detroit Pistons. So, I mean, they're definitely one of the worst teams in the league right now, and one that we can categorically say that the Knicks are better than, basically. But shout out to the Knicks for handling their business tonight. Some great performances overall from many Knicks tonight. At the top of the tree, Julius Randle came out aggressive. He was hitting buckets. He was hitting like 4 or 5 threes in the first quarter. He had the ultimate green light. I knew the Knicks would come out, and really want to put this one away early because of the frustrations of the Portland, and the Memphis loss. There was definitely a lot of frustrations, fam, from those 2 losses, and the Knicks really wanted to, capitalize tonight. No Cade Cunningham, no Jaden Ivey with that situation, right? Salute Will, salute, yeah. Knicks absolutely handled their business tonight, put down that beatdown. With that said, the Knicks now go 10-11 on the season, 1 game below 500. We'll always give out our grades tonight. We'll look at the road ahead, and we'll look at the draft standings. The Dallas Mavericks picked up a key win tonight against the Golden State Warriors, which is telling. Now the Knicks' own Dallas pick now falls back into our control, currently in the 13th selection. So we'll look at that, we'll preview that in the road ahead after reacting to tonight's win. But yeah, solid all-round performance. The bench showed out, extended garbage time, all of that good stuff. And the Knicks got a lot of rest, got to travel back home, a tough one against Milwaukee. Now, can the Knicks go to 500? We'll talk about tomorrow's game later in the show, after we've broken down tonight's performances. Right, salute everyone out here, Knicks Nation, strong. And yeah, the most pleasing thing today was the Knicks just came out, high-powered offense. I think 140, that's got to be the best total of the season, I believe. Chat, help me out, replay gang. But yeah, 140, close to, if not the best highest total of the season. The Knicks offense is coming along. Guys are getting into their groove. Guys like Quickly are starting to hit shots. Quentin Grimes got into a groove tonight. Great floor game from Quentin Grimes tonight. RJ Barrett starting to build towards some Julius Randle, you know, he has these kind of games. Maybe one in every 5 games, Julius Randle will put his stamp on the game and absolutely light it up. With that situation, he was hitting shots, but it was a poor Pistons, you know, team tonight. No Sadiq Bey, no Jaden Ivey, no Cade Cunningham as well. They tried their best, but they just couldn't hang, and the Knicks put it away early, you know. So yeah, salute. You know, the frustrations for the last 2 games, you know, we talked about it. The Knicks always rise up, you know, for tough performances like they did against Memphis. But the most pleasing thing tonight was, you know, you really want to put away these teams that are inferior. You know, you don't want to let them hang around. You know, you don't want to give them any hope, anything like that, right? And it was still a road game, so you've still got to, you know, take that into consideration. And you've also got to consider that, you know, Detroit, obviously, you know, they're facing a Knicks team that have beat them, you know, 16 times in a row, you know, or whatever it's been. So with that said, you know, they definitely would have tried to end that streak today. You know, they fought hard. They battled in the first quarter, second quarter, but the Knicks extended the lead and kept putting the ball in the cup. You know, like I said, it was just a back and forth, up-tempo system. I was thinking to myself, man, is Mike D'Antoni coaching tonight? You know, it was just no stops. It was just all buckets. You know, and Detroit was missing and Knicks were swishing. With that said, it was entertaining. You know, we know we're not going to get this kind of Randle every night, but he was clicking tonight. It was just his night. You know, game ball to Julius Randle. But the pleasing thing was it was just an overall team effort. A lot of other Knicks got into a groove. The ball was moving. The ball was flowing as well. It was dribble drive. It was kickouts. The 3 points were falling as well. Before we look at the box score, we'll get into it. Yeah, with that situation. But yeah, really happy with tonight's performance. And yeah, we're going to have some fun looking ahead and talk about tomorrow, because that's really the big one for me, fam. Right? Yeah. Will says Julius was unconscious. Facts, right? That first quarter, the whole team, it was contagious, outrageous. And it was one of the games when you said we would have to even out the bad team 3-point percentage. Yeah, facts, Will. Still Dre, salute in the house, let's get it. Just want to say what's up, Latin laugh, let's go. Yeah, appreciate you. How you been, fam? Kaiser Soze, 718. Represent. It's just because it's the Pistons, right? Yep. We're not going to play the Pistons every night. Yeah, absolutely facts, right? You look at it like tonight in an isolated incident, but one great thing you can look at these games is it can play some players into some form. You know, it's like rec league, YMCA, street ball, pickup, and dudes can get into a flow. You know, when they finally start to see the ball drop, you know, and touches as well. You know, everyone feeling a little bit tight after the last 2 losses. It's just good to get the monkey off the back again. And boy, do we wish we could play, you know, Detroit every 5 games. You know, just like Kaiser says, you know, one could wish with that situation, you know. We need Detroit to play us into form. With that said, but yeah, credit to Julius here. He knew tonight heading in, I'm just going to be aggressive. I'm going to bully the Pistons and I'm going to handle my business. And that's exactly what he did, right? He was taking over the offense and taking control. And to be honest, you know, this is what we kind of need from time to time, because I want the ball in Jalen Brunson's hand more, obviously, but Jalen Brunson's going to get worn down the way things are going. You know, the streak he was on, you know, playing with that quad tightness the last game, we needed a performance where Brunson could just, you know, sit back a little bit, just sit back a bit and let Julius, you know, take over. You know, tonight that's what was going to happen, and it happened, fam. Jay Boogie, the closer, up in here. Salute, salute, salute. Working on that banger. We back on Christmas as well. I see you, Jay Boog, putting in that work. Can't wait for that track to drop. Knicks Nation, we're close to Christmas. Let's get it. Big time win, Boog said. We needed it for the confidence building, back to back, going into that Milwaukee game tomorrow, right? Facts, right? Championship contention heading into MSG tonight. You need to be feeling good about yourself, 100%. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. Yep, absolutely blazing, on point. J Boog. And, I'm not making no predictions right now, but like I said, the Knicks get up for those tough ones. Watch us play Milwaukee real tough. It was these ones that I get worried about, like tonight. The Knicks feel themselves. Sometimes they take the opponent for granted. And tonight, it was just great to see that the Knicks didn't do that. They took care of it tonight with some rest as well. And it was just a team performance as well. Guys got feeling good. Guys got into their groove. And the rock was flowing as well. Before we look at the box score in a minute, we'll give out grades. But yeah, it was just great to, to reset things, I could say. I would say playing Detroit is like resetting things again. And it's like it's the first game of the season again. And we get off the gate, get a dub. 1 game below 500, 10 and 11 now on the season. Tonight we have a chance to go back to 500 if we can put a huge shift in and get a win against Milwaukee, right, coming in. I'm not sure what the injury status report is with Milwaukee. If anybody's seen it, throw it in the replay chat, comments. I'll look that up. But either way, whichever team Milwaukee brings into MSG, they're going to come in there for blood. They're going to come in there as well. The Knicks are 500 on the road now for the season. Road warriors. We seem to feel more comfortable, against adversity, backs to the wall, travel, all of that stuff. We got to get MSG right. We got to take care of our home cooking now and take care of business at MSG as well. We need one of those really big uplifting feel-good wins at home as well. We've lost so many tight ones this season at MSG. We need it. We need a really, really feel-good win at MSG, right? Let's see how fresh, fam, the squad is, heading in. Yep. Yeah, pull up the box score. Let's give out some grades and salute our heroes tonight, picking up the dub as well. Nothing to get too excited about, but handling your business is exactly what it is, right, on the road. And a lot of these players had a great performance tonight. We'll chop it up. But chat, let us know, comment section, replay gang, what stood out to you tonight, really? Did anything else stand out to you? Johnny Davis, salute. We need to beat the elites, right? We feel better about ourselves. Let's go. Johnny Davis, yep. Kaiser Soze, the best thing out of tonight was the game from Grimes, getting his shot back on track. Yep. I like that one, Kaiser. Really, really important perspective. Quentin Grimes now seems to be the consensus starting, preferred option. And he delivered tonight as well. Great floor game from Q Dot as well. Nothing surprising about Randle. We know, he puts in these kind of performances, 1 every 5 games, like the chat said. The last big one was against Minnesota on the road as well. So something about Julius when he gets off on the road away from distractions, and he can focus and really make things happen. Yep. Will says, yes, sir. Bucks spent the night putting their feet up in our kingdom while we took care of business in Detroit, Motown, and we've got to come back ready to fight. Yep. Facts, Will. Protect home court, basically. Make it tough. The Portland one was the frustrating loss for me. The Memphis one was like disappointment that we didn't win, but it was like I could live with that effort, and the Knicks put in that hard work against Memphis. But it was the Portland game that was the letdown. as long as we play the Bucks super hard, you know, give it hell, give it their all, and I could live with that. And let's see what happens tomorrow night, tonight. Let's see if we can go back to 500. And Charlie King, I see you, salute. Good game. Yep. And happy birthday, happy born day to Julius Randle as well, from all of us as well. Despite your feelings, each and every fan got their own thoughts towards Julius and this squad. But he rocked out tonight, handled his business on his birthday. Salute. Salute, salute. To me, what stood out to me, I got to agree with Kaiser, Quentin Grimes. Really, really good polished stat line. Let's start with him. 28 minutes, was 6 of 7, was 3 of 4 from 3. Hit 1 free throw, 100%. Got 6 boards, 2 offensive, 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 fouls, and was a plus 37, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see that every day. Holla at your boy Quentin Grimes, 30 plus 37 with 16 points. Really even, you know, distribution for Q Dot and the team tonight. That's what you really want to see. Share the rock and share the love among this situation. And we'll talk about the effects of tonight's game and what that could mean for tomorrow. But you could automatically, you see on the box score there the minutes. Quentin playing 28 minutes is key. Barrett 24 minutes, Brunson 18 minutes, Mitch 26 and Randle 31. So no excuses for tomorrow night is all I'll say, right? Handle our biz in Milwaukee, let's get it, right? But yeah, for being, you know, a part of the Grimes hive, you got to love his feel for the game and then the fact that he just fills out the stat sheet, you know. Whether he's a top-end role player or he could achieve something more, Quentin Grimes has got an all-round game, ladies and gentlemen. In limited minutes, he affects the game all across the box score and even outside of the box score as well. He gets disruptive. He stymies dribble drive penetration. Having some connection drop out, but we here, we rock out. Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, I was saying Quentin Grimes. You just love his all-round game, really. Yep, all-round game. Yeah, we'll talk about Jericho Sims as well, fam. Yep, he's picking up a lot more fans along the way this season. Key part of the squad, Big 15. We need everybody this season to contribute, right? But watch this space for Sims. I really feel like the organisation is high on him, you know, and Tibbs is as well. Yeah, fam. Yeah, he's got great versatility. He could do so many different things. We need to play above the rim. We need athletes out here as well. So, yeah, salute Cormega. Let's get it. With that, Grimes' grade, I'll give him a solid B+ for tonight. Solid B+, considering the opponent, considering the fact that he didn't really score a whole heap, but it was efficient, filled out the stat sheet. You love that from Quentin Grimes, right? Still getting his wind under him as well. The most pleasing thing is, fam, to me, the most thing is that Quentin Grimes is stringing together consistent games now. So the foot injury, let's hope that that's all good now, you know, moving forward. with Quentin. But the shot was the most critical thing. To me, the most disappointing thing about the loss to Portland was the fact that they went zone, ladies and gentlemen. That just irritates me. I know it does for you too, fam. When the coach comes out and says, oh, we're going to play zone tonight before the game even starts, it makes me sick right there. So we need better shooting up in here. We need better shooting up in here, fam. Yep. B. Willis, let's get it. My man, Ron. Yep. Appreciate you, chat, coming through. Yeah, Kaiser says Grimes is rounding into form. Yep. Watch this space. Fam. Mr. Untouchable. Ladies and gentlemen, we know how many jokes there were about, Grimes being kept out of the deals and all of that. He's going to show everyone why. Also, another pleasing thing about tonight was, Cam and Grimes in the rotation together. We haven't seen a whole lot of that yet this season. We're still seeing little wrinkles and different rotations. Still, can you believe, a quarter into the season, we're still waiting for everyone to be healthy at the same time. Yep. So yeah, give us your grade for Quentin Grimes, B+. Right, for me tonight. Let's give Julius, Mr. Birthday Boy, his flowers as well. In his 31 minutes, he was kept basically on ice, I think, most of the fourth. But boy, was he flaming hot. Come out early, come out strong. And he made his intentions clear. 14 of 24, 6 of 13 from three-point land, 2 of 4 from the line, 7 boards, 5 assists, a steal, 3 turnovers, was a whopping plus 36 for 36 buckets as well. A++, for tonight. Yes, he was hijacking the offense early, but when you're shooting flames like NBA Jam, no one can get on you with that situation. So I like the 5 assists and I like the 7 rebounds, for Julius with that situation. Obviously the key thing for Julius tonight was the 3 ball. Like, you can't look past that. 6 of 13. That's not going to happen every night. I mean, that's back to pandemic, bubble Julius, tonight. Horrible defense from Detroit. A lot of them was wide open as well. He was taking full advantage, and so he should. Some of these NBA players, they command respect, and when you're leaving them wide open, that shouldn't be happening. Julius took advantage tonight and hit it as well. 31 minutes perfect as well. One thing I'm liking in totality from this season moving forward, that what we've seen is that most of these players haven't played over 36 minutes. To be honest with you, unless the overtime games, most of these guys are keeping under 35, under 34 minutes as well as the season goes along. So that's going to be key for health, and staying with it, staying fresh with that. We haven't had a whole lot of back-to-backs yet, so we're gonna have to be ready for this situation. But talk about leading wire to wire tonight. From first quarter, second, we outscored them. We had 70 points at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. It was an and one mixtape show. With that, Shah Legacy, salute. Yep. Knicks Nation out here strong this season, right? It's been up, it's been down, but we're ready for some consistency with that. King Puppy, salute. Quiet Money, let's get it. What stood out to you, everyone, from tonight's performance as well? To me, Grimes, the minutes being kept down low as well, which was key. They clearly have their eye on tonight. That's the big one when we look at the road ahead. But yeah, A++ for Julius, B+ for Grimes. RJ Barrett tonight in 24 minutes. He was 4 of 11, 2 of 5 from 3. He hit 6 of 8 from the line. and he was 5 assists, a steal, a rebound, 1 turnover, and 4 fouls, plus 15, 16 points for RJ with that situation. No, oh, sorry, I was reading Brunson. Stand corrected. He was 4 rebounds, 3 assists, plus 32, 16 points. Excuse me. So, what do I like about RJ tonight? I mean, he wasn't really efficient. I like that his minutes were down low, 24 minutes tonight. You know, I mean, this was a game where you would hope RJ Barrett would really burst out of a funk, be more efficient. I would have liked to see more efficiency tonight. 3 assists, I always like that. I want to see Barrett, flesh out the rest of his game, because Barrett can be a playmaker. 6'7". If he's not so obsessed with scoring, ladies and gentlemen, 16 points, that's perfect. 11 shot attempts. I just would have hoped for better efficiency, more or less, with that situation. So, yeah, tonight I'll give RJ Barrett a B minus for that. Would have wanted to see more efficiency from him, but I like the 3 assists in just 24 minutes. Obviously, it was a plus 32, so I mean, I don't read too much into the plus tonight because of the overall team beatdown, but you want to see Barrett just be more consistent. Who knows? Maybe tonight against Milwaukee is that big performance where he busts out of a slump. But he's working his way through it. He's forcing things a bit. But 11 shot attempts. At least he didn't, jack up, too many. Tonight, 5 3-point attempts, 2 of 5. I can't hate on that. 2 of 5. It's ain't as bad as what we've been seeing with that. 4 rebounds. He should be rebounding better at his size, 6'7", his frame. Want to see more rebounds. 2 offensive rebounds, that's good, though. But no block, no steal, no turnover, which was a good part of tonight as well. B minus for RJ Barrett. I just want to see more consistency, from him. Now, surprising element was Brunson tonight, 18 minutes. So again, that quad could be a bit tight on Brunson right now. A great plan to rest him, whatever it was. I'm glad he didn't play much tonight. We're going to need him. We're going to need every bit of Brunson tonight. But against Milwaukee tonight, against Detroit, he was 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2, 100% from 3-point land, 2 of 2 from the line, 100%, 5 assists, a steal, 1 turnover, plus 15, 16 points as well. I mean, super efficient night again from Brunson, which you love to see. 4 rebounds, 2 offensive. 1 rebound, 5 assists from Brunson. So, yeah, really happy with Brunson, tonight. Dirty says, in terms of RJ, as long as his D continues to get better, not too worried about him long term. Well, I agree with that. While we've got RJ, while he is a Knick, I'm rooting for him, but I want to see everything else part of his game grow, and not just about the scoring with that, P nice in the house, salute, bong bing, let's get it. Always good to, feels good getting a win. Doesn't matter who it's against, we got the win. E. Gibson, salute. Randle Flowers tonight, yep, birthday boy. He's going to eat some cake tonight. Nice, salute. Yep, getting behind RJ with that. Boy, does it feel good, B. Yep, doesn't matter who it is, but yeah, 2 losses in a row suck, basically, against Portland and Memphis. Now we have something to really look ahead now for the stretch coming up. I really feel good against the Dallas game. I feel good against Atlanta. The Cleveland and the Milwaukee ones are touch and go for me. But to Dirty's point about RJ, keep his head in the game. Defensively, RJ Barrett does get lost sometimes, and I want to see that eliminated, from his game. See your ball, see your man, and stay out there and keep your head in the game as well. It ain't just about putting up buckets. Don't worry about the contract. Don't worry about trying to force it. Live up to that contract in one night, right? It's an overarching situation with that. I just think he's just started extremely slow, which is frustrating. I know fans are frustrated. Jet Life ain't happy with RJ at the moment. Wants him to be traded with that situation. Let's see. The thing is, we've got time. RJ Barrett's trade value ain't nothing right now. We just got to hope that he improves, fam. I think otherwise it's going to be a long season. Yeah, like Nick Yak says. And like we've been evaluating RJ, it's about the team and coaching as well. It's not just RJ Barrett. It's a clunky fit for RJ. This team with Julius, lefties, spacing is an issue, clogging the paint. All of that stuff counts for RJ. But for Brunson's performance tonight in his 18 minutes, very, very, very solid. B+ for me. B+ for Brunson. Keep doing your thing. On his way to being an all-star tonight. 18 minutes, perfect. Keep those legs nice and fresh, buddy, for tonight. And he's gonna rise up. I just feel it. For these kind of games, Brunson does get up, and the buzz is growing. The spotlight's growing on Brunson. That all-star buzz. As we hit the quarter-way mark, ladies and gents, can you believe it? We only got maybe like another 20-something or so games left before the all-star voting is in. So we ain't as far as you think we are from the all-star, situation. Yep. Another good point, going from the first to the third option is not easy on the 22-year-old. I also have a feeling some fans have struggled to adjust expectations for RJ because the third overall selection, they still wanted or expected RJ to be all-star, superstar by this stage as well. It's disappointing he's not at that level, but I sort of been easing my way into, feeling that way over the last 2 seasons because he's been showing slow growth. Slow growth and inconsistencies. To me, I just want him to work on his consistency. Put up 15 points a night on 6 assists, efficiency. I'm not looking for the 24-point, ball out performances from RJ. Just impact winning. It's not just about scoring. And like I said, 6'7", the playmaking should be a huge focus for RJ Barrett. Ain't no reason he can't pick up 6-7 assists every single night for his size as well. Truth is, he's just got his head down and he's not looking for it. But the kick out's always there. Every single time Barrett drives, there's a kick out available. He's just trying to put up his for that situation. So Brunson B+, Randle A+, Grimes B+, Barrett a B-. Now Mitch tonight, Mitch was active, 26 minutes, was 50% from the field, 5 offensive boards, 13 overall, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, plus 31 in 6 points for Mitchell Robinson in his 26 minutes, just doing his role, doing Mitch things tonight. Rebounding like a demon. One of the best offensive rebounders in the league. 5 offensive. I love the 2 steals. I love the 2 assists from Mitch. I love the block. Limited minutes, my friend. Stay fresh out there, Mitch. And he's going to come back have a big performance against Milwaukee, I feel like. So he's easing his way back in, some knee soreness, all of that. And Mitch was impacting the game tonight on all levels, defensively and offensively as well, with the rebounding as well. I know a lot of fans feel certain ways about Mitch, and wanting to see more from him. He's great at what he does. The 5 offensive rebounds, I can never take that for granted, because the Knicks don't have a player that rebounds like that, and can pull in that many offensive rebounds. Second chance points are huge in this league as well. He's a mountain, and I just hope for health, and I hope for Mitch to continue to put on a big stretch where he can stay healthy and he can, and get into a groove. Also offensively as well, he's available for that pass, the pick and roll, dribble, drive, handoff, drop off, like Grimes found him tonight. That was great to see. And Mitch being efficient, 50% from the field is what you expect from Mitch. Good hands, finishes the jam under the bucket. Good hands when it's dropped off to him. We just need to find him more. With that, I'll give Mitch a B+ for tonight as well. So all round, starters took care of biz, right? Let me know if you have any other grade or you agree. And we look at the bench tonight. A lot of situationals got burned tonight, but we'll start with Mr. Emmanuel Quickly off the bench. Great performance tonight from IQ. He's hitting a groove now with his shot. 22 minutes. Mitch IQ was 7 of 12 from the field. Missed 2 3-pointers. Had 1 free throw, 100% from the line. 4 assists. That was the most pleasing thing about IQ tonight. His 4 assists was key. He was dribble driving, getting fouled, finishing with that situation. 3 turnovers though, 3 personal fouls. He was a -3, 15 points, was IQ. So that's interesting. Not many players were in the minus tonight. That was when, I guess it was garbage time extended, back and forth kind of thing. I'm not reading too much into the plus minus tonight. But I'm looking at the 15 points on efficiency from IQ. That's been his issue, efficiency. 7 of 12, beautiful, super efficient night, and 15 points, in 22 minutes, 4 assists as well. So you got to love that from IQ, man. What do you guys think? 4 assists as well. Again, another part of his game that I want to see grow. It's not just about scoring IQ. You can find your man. You can find your boy on assist. 4 assists tonight. Beautiful to see in 22 minutes. So great work. Efficient as well. And in 22 minutes as well. I love that. So he's going to be fresh, hopefully. Quickly, he's been battling through some things. He was questionable. Let's see how he pulls up, fam. Let's see how IQ pulls up. McBride got some burn down the stretch. But yeah, IQ's game tonight, I'll give him a solid B. Solid B for that situation. And Derrick Rose played more minutes than IQ. He was 25 minutes tonight, 2 of 7. D Rose got 3 boards, 2 assists, was a +17, 5 points as well. So it's been real strange with Derrick Rose this season, not filling out the stat sheet as much, but just being steady, when he's out there, not getting carried away, not trying to, take over or anything like that. It's just been steady, from Derrick, in his limited minutes. What stands out to me, +17 as well. He was the highest plus-minus out of anyone on the bench in his 25 minutes. What else stood out? I guess 3 rebounds from Derrick. Not much else, really. 2 assists. That was decent. So I'll give Derrick I'll give Derrick Rose I'll give him a B minus for tonight. D Rose B minus. Now, let's look at Cam. Cam, the man, got 17 minutes. Tonight he was 2 of 6. I missed all 3 threes as well. 1 board only, -8, 6 points. So Cam didn't do a whole lot on the stat sheet, tonight. But, 17 minutes was a pretty limited situation for Cam tonight. So, yeah, Quentin Grimes is 28 minutes. He was feeling it. Cam was used sparingly tonight. Hit both free throws, 2 of 6. All right, -8. That was disappointing, I guess. So you want Cam's minutes to be as impactful as possible. 6 points. So I'll give Reddish a C. I'll give him a C for tonight with that situation. Now Obi got 18 minutes, and he was hitting his shot. Tonight was Obi. He was 3 of 4 and 2 of 3 from 3-point land. Hit a couple of late deep threes late in the game. That's a good sign. Obi's shot had regressed a little, but he has to feel good hitting 3 tonight. Hitting 2 of 3 from 3, and 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 points. Was also -8 tonight. So yeah, the game was done by then. I guess Detroit was filling up the stats a bit towards the end. But the pleasing thing about Obi was the shot hitting tonight as well. 2 assists and 2 3-pointers for tonight. I'll give Obi a C+ with that situation. Now I want to talk about Hartenstein, and I want to talk about Sims as well, because that's something to watch moving forward. Jericho got 6 minutes. Isaiah got 14 minutes tonight. So he continues to run with a 3 center rotation. With that, tonight was garbage time extended. So we wait and see how serious that is. But Sims was all efficient. 6 minutes, 3 of 3 from the field. Pulled in 6 boards in 6 minutes. He gobbles them up, 6 points. So very consistent from Jericho. I'm loving what Jericho's shown this season. He's been one of the pleasant, surprise stories from the first quarter of the season, and something that you grab and take for the future. Like I've always been saying, this season isn't about the wins and losses. It's which young players step up, which players grow, and which players surprise you as well. We knew Jericho was pretty solid heading into the season, but the fact that he's getting minutes and he's producing every time he's on the court pretty consistently now. It's been a longer sample size, for Jericho. So yeah, Sherwin also agrees with that. Hart needs to take a seat with that. Yep. In terms of pitting 2 against each other, what each gives, but Jericho's rebounding is critical. I mean, ladies and gents, we've seen, close games, the Knicks struggle to grab that final possession, grab that final rebound, and finish the possession off, So Jericho's that kind of guy that helps us just gobble up a rebound, and finish that possession off as well. And he's solid, he's blocking shots, he's doing everything tonight. Sims didn't get a block, but 6 minutes, 2 offensive rebounds and 4 defensive rebounds, 6 total in 6 minutes, and a 3 of 3 as well. I want to see more pick and roll with Sims, because his rim run, rim threat is exceptional for a guy. We know how bouncy Jericho is, and that's an advantage that the Knicks have every time Jericho's out there as well. I love it. Coming into the season, Hartenstein is a guy where we thought would give us a bit more offensively. We know he's limited defensively, but so far we haven't seen Isaiah Hartenstein really, his offensive game really be a difference maker. Really, I mean, he's better around the bucket with the floater and the jump shot. I will say that. His touch is pretty good for a big man, but defensively we do suffer at times. He pulled in 5 rebounds in 14 minutes, so Jericho out-rebounded him in less than half the minutes. Well, so we know who's the better rebounder with that situation. Now Hartenstein was 3 of 4. Shoots free throws okay as well. So I mean, one's earning peanuts, one's earning $8 million. Jericho Sims, I'd like to see him get an extended look. Absolutely. If Tibbs is all about earn your keep and eat what you kill, then Jericho definitely earns his keep right now. Yep. Yeah, I mean they're both pretty efficient, dirty, which is good from a backup big man. I guess defensively is where I feel like Sims is excelling over Hartenstein at the moment as well. I won't be as down on Hartenstein as some fans are. Some fans want him out of here. Some fans want him, DNP. I guess $8 million, they want to see a bit more from him. That's fair enough. But I do feel like Sims is a really, really value signing at the moment with the money he's on as well. Sims is going to earn himself a contract soon, ladies and gentlemen, with that. Would criticize his defense at times. Yeah, he's slower footed. Jericho can keep up defensively with his feet as well. But yeah, Hartenstein's still reliable around the cup. He can finish as well. It's about, I guess, which player do you want to invest in more? Sims is that fan favorite at the moment. We drafted the kid, 58 selection. It was a steal for that. And you wonder just how much more can he develop, and can he show you more with that situation? I kind of feel like Hartenstein is what he is at the moment. He's sort of coming into, he's a veteran right now. So I guess we wait and see how much Jericho can develop. But I'm not in no hurry to rush anything, right now. I just hope Tibbs is willing to make that switch sooner than later. Let's say if it's deep in the fourth, we're getting cooked with Isaiah, Mitch is in foul trouble, then don't hesitate to give Sims that chance. He's earned that trust. From my opinion, like E says as well. Yep, Sims is still developing, and you're waiting to see what his ceiling can really be with bigger minutes. With that situation. Sherwin says Hartenstein's more of a power forward, playing a 5 on the Knicks. I still feel like he's more of a center than a power forward, but I guess the big difference maker Hartenstein was supposed to bring was the 3-point shooting as well. And he had a critical 3 the other night. He was open in the corner, and what did he do? He airballed it as well. So I'm starting to feel like his 3 ball's okay, but it was very, very limited sample size coming in. It was like 1.1 attempts per game. Everyone fell in love with Hartenstein's 3-point percentage on the other teams that he came on, but it was on 1.1 attempts per game. So it wasn't really trustworthy, I think, at this point in time. But I guess all of them are in with a fair shake, and let's see who can stay healthy. We might be needing both of them, knock on wood, that Mitch stays healthy, but we're only a quarter into the season, and it's going to be a grind as well. So I'm glad we got a deep center rotation, rebounding is key. We've lost a lot of games on the glass, and rim protection as well. So yeah, I'll give Sims a B+, Hartenstein a B for tonight. And quickly impressive off the bench. He was a standout. I want to see that continue. Says a lot about the kid. name all in the trade rumors. We'll talk about that coming up, as well in the road ahead. But we also got to mention, ladies and gents, Evan Fournier DNPing again. So even in a mass blowout, Fournier didn't get on. Now it's probably by mutual decision now. Let's keep it straight. I think Tom Thibodeau, it's disrespectful to probably put Evan on. He's probably a mutual consent now to ride the pine, and who knows, maybe try to find him a new home. You'd have to think that they'd be talking about that, that situation, now. So yeah, we can't take a whole lot from tonight's win other than it feels good to win and it feels good to beat down on a team. But what we can take is hopefully these players that played well tonight take this form, take it, come into a groove now and hit their straps quickly. Barrett's getting a little bit better as games go on. Now, in terms of Julius, I hope Julius doesn't come out next game and just start jacking threes all the time as well, because I don't want Randle to be that jump shooter. I just don't. Yep. Yeah, look, we'll give out a grade for tonight. I'll give Tibbs a B. Good point, Nick Yak. I love the minutes distribution as well, but it was made easy, for Tibbs tonight with that. Yeah, Dirty says I can't really grade guys who only got garbage time as well. Yep, facts. Yep, definitely we want to see a longer sample size. Also, you can't really grade dudes against Detroit either. As disrespectful as it sounds, teams like Milwaukee, teams that really matter in this league, are the ones that you can, you can count on with that situation. So yeah, appreciate you all rocking out. Streets is certainly buzzing. We're back to 10 and 11. Smash that like button, and we move ahead now. So one of my favorite parts of the show now is we've got the grades out of the way. Now let's pull up the road ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, up on the screen now. But before we do that, I actually want to bring up the draft situation right now, right? Because I'm mainly looking at the Dallas thing. I'm not no tank watching right now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to look at the draft standings in terms of the tank at the moment. But what I am looking at is the Dallas situation. So tonight we saw some fluctuation because Dallas pulled out a dub against the Golden State Dubs. So now Dallas's pick, which went back to Dallas when they were 10th last night, it's now back to us in the 13th spot as well. So why is this significant? Why am I bringing this up? Well, I honestly feel like this is going to be a story all season long. It's going to be jockeying back and forth between 10, 11, and 14 to 16 kind of situation. I think there's a small percentage Dallas keep that pick, which is scary. It's dangerous. But I really feel like, because the West is so strong, but let's hope that I think Dallas start to pull out a few dubs, and start to make a push. Obviously, the big news, they signed our former man from the Bronx, the one, the only, Kemba Walker. Now, good luck to Kemba. Good luck to Dallas. Let's see how it works out for them. I can see what they're thinking. Luka, absolutely drained, playing 42 minutes a night just to try to win a game. It's crazy in Dallas right now. But when you look at the standings, Dallas are around 11, 10 range, 13 range, something like that. It's tough for them right now. They need ball handling help. They need more playmaking, which is why they brought Kemba Walker in as well. I don't think he's going to move the needle at all, really, is Kemba Walker. He might give Luka a breather for a bit, so they can rest him a bit. Maybe Kemba comes on as that spark plug off the bench, gets the ultimate green light, in 16 minutes off the bench or something like that. That's what I'm looking for that situation in Dallas. But the West is so damn strong right now. You've got teams that are like the Golden State Warriors that are outside of the play-in situation. So that's crazy right now. Yeah, the Golden State Warriors are currently in the 12th selection as well. So that's the reason why I think Dallas, sorry, are going to be between 10 to 16, like with that situation. And let's hope that the Knicks can hold on to that selection right now. As we currently sit, we select 10, 13, and 17 in the long road ahead, which awaits us, for the end of this season. Fam, yep. Nick Yak spells it out. The Mavs just got to be better than bottom 10 in the league. Yep. I'm not sweating, but they were 10 last night, fam. And if Luka gets injured, they're done for. Best believe that. That's what I'm sweating. That's what I'm sweating with that situation. Yeah, not the conference, but the league. That's true. That is true. But yeah, Dallas were 10 last night, fam. So yeah, it's legit. The East is going to get better, fam. Orlando's going to win some games. The East is strong as well. But yeah, let's see. Let's see, fam. Let's get it. So, yeah, let's look at this road ahead now. So tonight, it goes down at MSG. We back in town against Milwaukee. I predicted that the Knicks would win the Dallas and Atlanta games in the last show. And nothing's changed, but I really feel like the Knicks are going to give Milwaukee all that they can handle, tonight. I really feel like it. The squad's fresh. The squad will be feeling good, picking up this win tonight. Players played well in the positive, hit their shots tonight. I feel like tonight against Milwaukee at MSG, we're going to come into that building loose. I really feel like we're going to try to erase the bad taste, in our mouth against Portland and against Memphis as well. The Knicks don't tend to lose a whole heap of games at home in a row. So keep that on watch for tonight, right? I'm looking at max effort. I'm looking for hustle plays, the crowd getting into it as well. And of course, we continue to look for certain things. We've got Quentin Grimes and Cam Reddish both healthy now as well. That's a nice boost to the Knicks defense. RJ Barrett hopefully coming out of a bit of a slump as well. Emmanuel quickly starting to hit his shots off the bench. So it's going to be a great test. We always evaluate our play against good teams. The creme de la creme is the Milwaukee Bucks, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about it. And that's what I'm looking for tonight as they roll into MSG for their first game of the season. Yep, at MSG. What are your thoughts, ladies and gents? Let us know. Let us know how confident you're feeling, tonight after this win. Now coming back home as well. I mentioned earlier in the show, I like the fact that Julius took over the offense tonight. Brunson, 18 minutes. That was great. So Brunson hopefully comes up, he pulls up right, can play tonight against the Bucks, and hopefully he can have a bigger role and be ready, because we're going to need that. We're going to need Brunson to hit shots down the stretch. It's going to be tough. We're going to need our defenders to stand up. I mean, Giannis coming into the building is always a threat. How do we stymie that? In terms of the game plan, it's going to be fascinating. Also, look for the Bucks to play zone against us again. I really feel like we're gonna see some zone rear its ugly head, which I hate it when that happens as well. But we need to get used to it, and we need to start to really find our way through a zone, because it's going to happen a lot. It's going to happen a lot throughout this season. Grimes hitting his shot is a great thing for that situation right now. IQ hitting his shot as well. You know, if the Knicks are hitting some shots, we know the other team's gonna throw the zone in the bin. With that buzzer beater salute, let's beat Milwaukee, right? Yep. I keep saying this team's a real 500 team. I really feel like, you know, in terms of the tanksters out here, I really feel like that's going to be tough this season because of Jalen Brunson, because of these veterans. If the Knicks shed some contracts, there's a better opportunity of the Knicks getting into that top 7, top 8, but I just can't see it right now. I think the Knicks are going to continue to lobby back and forth with wins, you know, this season as well. Jalen Brunson's a tough SOB, and hopefully an all-star, you know, which is good for the future, for this situation when looking at, you know, building this roster from what we've got, you know, the parts we've got. Boston is also, yeah, definitely the creme, dirty. Boston Celtics on an absolute tear as well. Now, is Chris Middleton playing? Buzzer asks. I think Middleton will sit. I think he's still sitting, fam. Dirty says, I look at our wins and they are all against the bottom feeders. Yep, the team's missing the MVPs. So I don't think we're really a 500 team at the moment. We are going to learn a lot more about this team, fam. I agree with what you're saying, but I also feel like the Knicks, part of me feels like they haven't found their right recipe yet either. I talk about Grimes, I talk about Cam, I talk about finding the right minutes for guys as well. Also, don't underestimate chemistry. As the season rolls along, these players start to play more games together. The tendencies start to grow, the gel, you know, the connections between these guys as well. Bigger practice sessions, film sessions, and things like that as well. And Jalen Brunson's the leader of this ship. I trust him. You know, I trust him to lead us to a close to a 500 record. I really do. But let's see. You know, it could easily go down south. I'm not saying it won't. It's a crazy league. I look at the standings on both conferences right now. Absolute. Yeah, like I was saying, I really feel like this season's just going to be an absolute grind. Both conferences are crazy, and yeah, the Knicks are going to be in that situation where they've got to stay healthy. Otherwise, yeah, things will really go down south if the Knicks can't stay healthy. In terms of not looking at wins and losses, this season we need to put more empowerment into the young players. Right, that's just the future of this team. And we need to, you know, to capitalize. Yep. Your Middleton sitting tomorrow. E. Gibson, appreciate you. Yep, for that. Yep, appreciate you. Yeah, I really feel like the Knicks have got that that talent situation where we need to prioritize that. Yeah, Deuce, I'm talking about quickly. I'm talking about Sims, Obi. We'll talk closer as we get to the trade period. Julius Randle balled out tonight. I'm not going to really talk about the trades with that situation tonight's show, but there's plenty more to watch with that space. A lot of teams are going to be looking for reinforcements, looking for help. I really feel like Evan Fournier, I really feel like we can find a home for Evan. But with that said, with Julius, I think this season it's going to be a wait and see. But it's going to be reflective of where we're at with the record as well. I really feel like Leon Rose, Tom Thibodeau's #1 goal, make no mistake about it. I mean, you guys probably already know, but make no mistake, the #1 goal is to make the playoffs this season, as long as Leon, you know, and Tibbs are here. They're not going to back down from that. You know, they spent a lot of money. Jalen Brunson, RJ, Julius extensions, Mitch's extension, Mitch's signing, Hartenstein signing as well. I mean, their job's on the line, right? You don't spend all that money and miss the play-in. So they're going hell for leather with that situation. Yep. Yeah, there's a large portion of the fan base that does, want to see RJ out of here. No doubt about it. You know, nothing surprises me in Nick land right now. I mean, we booed Patrick Ewing. We got frustrated with him as well. I rock with the team, not with the players, not with individual players anyway. But obviously, if a player's not producing, I can get on him still. Derrick Rose, buzzer, and also Fournier are the ones to look out for. There's also the buzz about IQ going around the league, ladies and gents. That's a situation where I really feel like we hold on to IQ as well. It's like we're so early into the season. I can't reinforce this enough. Knicks Nation, we're just like 20 games in of this season, right? It's the infant stage. So just stay cool, stay calm. Chop things up at the trade period when we get closer to that right now. But the next 20 games, best believe it's on, right? No one can hide in the next 20 games, right? We've got the little warm-ups out of the way. We've played some teams, some easy teams, some short-handed teams. But best believe the next 20 games, there's no excuses now. It's on right now. It's produce or sit. With that. Speaking of sitting, Evan, I mean, tonight was a great chance to get on, and Evan didn't get on. So the writing's on the wall with Fournier, right, with that situation. He continues to be a pro. I salute Evan, but he's not going to suit up again, I don't feel like. Otherwise tonight we would have seen it. I think there's a mutual respect with Tibbs and him, in terms of being a 30-year-old veteran, on this roster. So let's get it at Milwaukee. Pick up the win against Dallas. Definitely. Cleveland one's going to be touch and go. For me, Cleveland, touch and go. Atlanta is the one that I really want on this situation, right? Trae Young, DeJounte Murray trying to punk us, act a fool. Definitely pick up that one, ladies and gentlemen. And then you got to beat Charlotte, you got to beat Sacramento, right? You got to claim both of those as well, right? If you want to make inroads in terms of up the standings as well, as the games get tougher with this situation, right? The East is so tough. We've got Miami, Brooklyn, and Toronto, and Philly. All those teams starting to click a bit more now. So the margin for error is less and less for the Knicks right now. If we do want to make inroads, yep. The Ewing era was, I think that was down to fans getting on Ewing was down to, just expectation that the Knicks should be good every single year. I think when you're good every single year, it's easier to have higher expectations, and to try to expect more from Ewing and the squad. They had their best run and then they aged and then they regressed with that situation. So I'm still optimistic about this team's future with that situation. Everyone's still on the clock. Obviously, time is nigh this season to make some moves and lay the foundations for the future. And we'll talk about that more in trade period shows and moving ahead with that. But the most pleasing things about the season are there's still growth in this young player situation that we've got. And also Jalen Brunson, right? A cornerstone. I don't throw that word out very often, but Jalen Brunson's only 26 years old, and he's very much a cornerstone for this, and an all-star. So that is a foundational piece that you build around, and you add pieces around him, with that situation, and he can still go to another gear. I really feel like. I don't know what your thoughts towards Brunson are so far this season, in terms of, you feel like he's capping out, or do you feel like he can still go to another level? I think, imagine Jalen Brunson with better shooting around him is the point I'll make about that situation, right? The way he's racking up assists and doing all these things, I really feel like Jalen Brunson with better shooting around him, I mean, it's going to be lit with that, right? There's games when he should have had way more assists, but guys were just bricking. Guys were bricking with that. Yeah. Hell for leather. Yeah. Hell for leather is just basically put the foot down on the gas, fam. Put your foot down on the accelerator and just go through a wall with that situation. Yep. Yeah, we always boo our guys who don't leave it out on the floor, but Ewing always did. Yep. Randle did lay that egg last season. Yeah, facts, right? Yep. Yeah, defensively. It's just a product of losing down to the end of the day, I feel. If the team ain't performing, the fans will still boo. It's not always targeted to a certain player. I think it's just frustration as well. Frustration when the Knicks lose as well. I don't see the Knicks fans boo a lot when players give max effort as well. Like Memphis, that loss against Memphis, I didn't hear anyone boo because we were in the game. Yep. Yeah, E's on point as well. So yeah, you can see Brunson being here for that long haul, solid piece. Yep. Yeah, Pudge on point too. The real game is today, facts. Yep. Think of today as just that warm-up. Now, with Brunson, you got to consider why I think he's such a cornerstone, his age. I mean, we're talking about the Knicks have their starting point guard for the next 6-7 seasons, right? In his prime, right? We haven't been able to say, we haven't been in that situation for so long. I mean, even the Starks era wasn't for that long. The Charlie Ward, Chris Childs era wasn't that long. Stephon Marbury was a cup of coffee as well. Lynn Sanity was less than that. Ray Felton was like a couple of seasons. But we could be seeing something special at the point guard situation. Like I said, 6-7 seasons of a solid all-star starting point guard. Now, in his prime. Make no mistake about it, in his prime. So that's the best story for this season moving ahead as we continue to roll through the streets out here. The best chat in the biz as well. Everyone get your rest. We back at it tomorrow. Cannot wait as well. Obviously the game's going to mean a lot more. Tougher opposition. Let's see who shows up. I'm looking for consistency out here. But salute to Knicks Nation. Salute to Replay Gang. Salute to the chat. Salute to the squad, the mod squad as well. You already know what it is. You got things buzzing. Appreciate the conversation. Pop that like button. And we'll get ready to feel good about tomorrow night, because I'm feeling good about our chances, with that situation. And I'll see you then. Peace.